Yo, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be a class setup video covering the Hades operator mod, the crossbar, for the LMG class for Black Ops 4. So this is the class that I was using for a while. Somebody ended up using it against me in game, and I was wondering, like what it was, and he let me know what it was. So I forgot what his name was, but it was a really, really annoying class to play against. But it's a lot of fun to use, so I want to make a class video about it. And I know a lot of people are already on it, but some people are not sure. A lot of people ask me like what I'm doing, or they just rage. So I want other people to get that satisfaction from this gun. So on top of being a lot of fun, it's extremely powerful as well. So I wanted to just cover it really quickly, go over my perks and my attachments and stuff like that, and show off this gameplay. This is a gameplay I got during the Nuketown 24/7 playlist on PC, and it's 114 kills and 12 or 13 or 14 deaths, something like that, but it's the most kills I've gotten in a regular hardpoint game, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and I hope this video helps you out, and if you try out the class, let me know how it works for you guys. Peace out. So this class setup video is going to be on the Hades LMG, which is the second LMG you unlock in the game, and in my opinion one of the strongest and most fun guns to use in Black Ops 4. What makes this gun so fun is once you unlock the operator mod for it, which is the crossbar, it replaces your ADS with a focus hipfire that has reduced bullet spread and improved movement speed. And I actually played against someone who was using this before I ever figured it out, and he ended up coming into my chat after we played, and I asked him about his class setup because it was insane, watching this guy play. He was really just like moving around really fast, killing me really quickly, and so I asked him what his setup was, and he ended up sharing this with me. So it's sort of basically this other guy's setup. It's not even really mine. I sort of copied it, but for the most part it still works really well, and I think that this setup is going to work out and be a lot of fun for a lot of people. I've had a couple different people ask me what I'm running. Some people have called me a bitch for using it, which is fine. So we're gonna hop into the attachments, and I'm gonna cover what I think is the best current setup for this, in my opinion. So for my first attachment, I'm running just the Laser Sight 1. At first my setup was Laser Sight 1 and Laser Sight 2 and Op Mod, but I decided to try out just using the first Laser Sight and taking off the Laser Sight 2 to see if it was a big difference, and I didn't really notice much of a difference with it. The only difference that the Laser Sight 2 provides is the no hipfire penalty while you're moving, and it's also a maximized hipfire accuracy, whereas the first Laser Sight is just improved hipfire accuracy. But if you're using the crossbar and you're ADSing, you really don't need this Laser Sight for the most part. I just decided to run it because sometimes I do shoot people without ADSing or using the crossbar basically. So I just keep that first Laser Sight on just to improve my accuracy a little bit when I do that. So for my second attachment though, I'm running the hybrid mags. That's why I swapped off the Laser Sight 2, was because I found myself constantly dying while I'm reloading, and so the hybrid mags is an improved reload speed as well as improved ammo capacity. So with the hybrid mags on, you jump up to 84 bullets per magazine instead of 65, which is really helpful. You can kill a couple more people, and it only takes about 3 or 4 shots to kill, so it's really, really helpful. You can really stack up the kills when you're running the hybrid mags, and you're not going to be dying while you're reloading because it really does improve the reload speed on it as well. Now, if you didn't want to run the Laser Sight, if you find yourself not hip firing and using the crossbar more and just ADSing with that, you could throw on the rapid fire if you would like that. It does improve the rate of fire by a significant amount. I'm not exactly sure the exact amount, but it does feel pretty fast. Or you could take off the hybrid mags and run the Laser Sight 2 if you do find yourself hip firing a lot in the game and you don't find yourself dying as much while you're reloading. But like all LMGs, the Hades does have a really slow reload time, and obviously I'm running the primary operator mod wildcard with the crossbar attachment. I already covered it, but it's the ADS is replaced with a focus hipfire that has a reduced bullet spread and improved movement speed, which is pretty much required for this class. I found the Hades really difficult to use when you aren't running the Op Mod. It's just kind of really clunky and slow. It's just not that good to use in my opinion. For my secondary, I'm running the Helion Salvo and pairing that with the Engineer, just in case people get streaks. I like to be able to shoot stuff down. During the Nuketown playlist for PC, for the 24/7 playlist, I found myself pretty much needing the Helion because of how quick people can get streaks, and it also helped with me getting my own streaks. I got basically a gunship almost every time I played the game, or on every map on Nuketown, on every game mode, I found myself quickly racking the streaks because of the Helion, and it saved my ass a couple times too by shooting down their UAVs and stuff. So you could change it if you want, but I do suggest keeping it like I do for pretty much all my classes. Helion, Engineer, pretty much a requirement in my opinion. For my gear, I'm running the stim shot. I think the stim shot is really helpful because it'll get you out of those sticky situations when people are shooting at you. You're able to escape a little bit easier, and that's sort of required when you're using such a slow movement or mobility class in this game. I feel like stim shot is just really clutch. It allows you to heal a lot quicker and far more often as well, and being able to heal while you have control of your weapon is pretty clutch with this, because the hipfire will still allow you to get the kills that you need in close range while healing yourself, so it's really crucial. And this is one of the perks that I feel you can't really change, and that's Skulker. It's the second perk. It allows you to move faster while you're crouched and proned, and that's pretty much the main thing about this setup right here is Skulker and Crossbar, because those two perks complement each other so well because of how the improved movement speed with the Crossbar, as well as the focused hipfire, as well as paired with Skulker, which allows you to move faster while you're crouched. The whole point of this setup is sit there whenever you are about to start a gunfight, crouch, use your ADS, your focused hipfire, and then take control of the Skulker perk, which allows you to move faster while you're crouched and prone. You see me do it a lot in this game, so basically try to just copy what I'm doing. Just move a lot, strafe a lot. You strafe really quickly, and because you're crouched, your body is sort of in a weird movement animation, so it kind of looks weird on the other person's screen. It kind of throws them off because they see you crouching and still moving really fast on their screen. And you can pretty much gun them down because a lot of people sort of don't understand what's going on. They kind of panic when they see you spraying at them with an LMG while moving really quickly. So Skulker, Crossbar, Hades is one of the most powerful setups in my opinion in this game. Every time I've used it, I've done extremely well. There hasn't really been a time where, you know, someone's too far off on my screen or too much in the distance or they're too close, because the fire rate on the Hades is already really insane. And even with the Crossbar, when you can't actually ADS, it's really powerful. Like there is no recoil really with it. Like you can control it extremely easily and still get those long range kills. So in my opinion, this is one of the strongest classes in the game in its current state. It might get nerfed. I'm not sure if they would nerf it. Honestly, I haven't seen that many people really complain about it. It hasn't been much of an issue. It's really just sort of a really strong class that is really powerful and allows you to do really well very consistently. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because this is honestly the most fun class. I'm not sure if there's anything that is as fun as the Crossbar Hades, and it also annoys a lot of people in the game. So if you are in the mood to annoy people in game, throw on the Crossbar Hades, level up your gun if you don't have it, give it a try this class setup out, and I hope you guys have fun with it. And I also want to cover that with this gun, you really don't have to play a certain way. You could play really aggressively with the Hades and still do extremely well. You could see in the gameplay, I was using it on Nuketown, and I was winning my close range gunfights. I was still able to kill people at medium to long range. There's really not a weak spot for the Hades, which is really nice, because if you look at the other LMGs, you know, the VKM and the Titan isn't really going to do that well in close range, and the VKM will do absolutely god-awful in close range. Those two LMGs are more for medium and long range. I'm sure sometimes, you know, you might get killed by the Titan in close range, but you really won't get killed by the VKM in close range. Fairly often at least. But with the Hades, there's really no weak spot in it. It's the best LMG in my opinion for most usability. You can get the most out of it. You can get the close range kills, the medium kills, as well as the long range fights, and still rack up the kills, stay alive with your stim shot, and overall just do really well and control objectives. So if you're holding down a point on domination or hard point or anything like that, you'll really be able to do extremely well and sort of carry your team with this setup. So I think I covered everything. This gameplay, I forgot if I mentioned it, but it's 114 kills, I believe. So I'm gonna let this one play out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.